Good evening everyone, I'm Dragon with you. So today I'd like to talk about probably the hardest guild war ever I met during the maybe last several months. So we managed to get the third place at general ranking. As a result, we are fighting with a Golden League team that's anti-COVID. That guild actually was long ago at gold, and that's why they are very powerful. So I would like to show you how it goes and probably what to do if the enemy is much stronger than you are. Not everything is so sad, but just check the calculations. So Alexander and Pierre are known as one of best players of my server. No jokes, so when I just started playing this game, Alexander was already the top 1 player here, so much more time than me at the game. So he has a nice amount of heroes and titans power, and obviously he is at the bridge. Same about Pierre. So you can see that they collected enormous power of water titans, so 3 I guess maxed water teams, and all of them are here. So obviously I cannot assign anybody there because that will be a suicide. Actually I tried, but that did not work on Virus and that would not work on Alexander. So as you can see, all champions which are here are too weak, they will just heal the enemy back. So what I wanted to show you is that actually they wanted to make us a nice welcome party, I would say. So check this out. They're powerful heroes. We have some top of them, right? And if we check the front locations, then we see that exactly the best ones are here. So not all the best, fortunately, but they collected a hard counter to everything going on here. Obviously, we don't have such heroes, such strong, only 600k, that's my actual power. So check this out, that's our power of my team. So now it's like a bit reduced. Actually, I'm 610,000 with Yasmine. So here I play Keira-Orion-Dorian instead. And all other champions are weaker. So we don't even have 600k except of me. But what we do have is some good teams. For example, an ODH team of Highlander, a pure damage team from Dirty Dozen, and a hybrid team with Yasmine and with Hellios from Demon. So that's our best champions, which are represented here. We also have some more, and that's our situation. So compared to what we have here, that looked impossible. But if you try, then nothing is so bad. So let's check the log of this particular fight. I would like to show you how it goes. So here we go. That's the log with anti-COVID right now. So probably tomorrow I will know the end result. Probably we'll lose to them, but check this out. So first fight was kind of okay. I checked which exactly of my leaders can fight with healers pack, and I chose ODH for that reason. So probably I will not show you the entire fight, or if I do so, I will make it rather quick. And just to let you know that if you have less power, it does not mean that you necessarily lose. So what happened here is just a total destruction. As you can see, Nebula is not super powerful here. Same I can say about Dorian, so they suffered anyway. And soon after when Orion managed to collect enough energy, enemy team started dying. Together with absorption from Aurora, you know that she's a super tank. And as a result, the enemy team is destroyed and ODH survives. So that was the first target, probably the easiest. Faceless is done. And now we tried to do something with Titans. As you can see, that was not the best fight anyway, not enough power, but we did some effort. And then I would like to show you 2 or 3 more fights. So as you can see, the amount of power is just enormously high. That's a hybrid Kark team. You probably have seen such teams at your ranking, at your arena maybe. So Albert knows how to play Kark pack. I would prefer something else instead of Yasmine, but it's a playable team anyway. And that's exactly the fight which shows you that healers 87,000. So some people wrote me that, you know, your opponent's healers is too weak, it doesn't work. So check this out. My general has healers with Axel to make him more armor, and that works. So yes, guys, that works. Let me show you. So of course he did not win, but then he did enough damage for me to finish, and that was good enough. Okay, so let me make it a bit faster. And then jumps of Yasmine, and I'll show you. So check this out. So here goes Yasmine. She's already here, right? And she's survived because she's much stronger than healers, but a lot of damage happened here. Now Orion goes into extra magic damage, and as you can see, yes, he lost, but he managed to deal a lot of damage because the enemy is not protected from magic. That's exactly what happened here, and that's exactly what I wanted to show you. So even a weak healer can deal serious damage to high tier Yasmine if she is just trained into everything at once. But not kill her sometimes. And I had to finish Albert because I know that if Celeste and Martha get enough energy, they can heal themselves and heal the entire team, so I could not allow that to happen. That's why I collected my main team. Obviously, I needed to focus Celeste because she's a super healer of a single target. Then we see that Kark hits me hard, but with no armor penetration that does not work on my team. And here we go. So minus first life of Celeste. Enemy Yasmine will try to kill me too, but a little spoiler, she fails there. So minus second life of Celeste. No more Kark because of Qing Mao. And now my Yasmine just starts her special activity, under armor penetration from Qing Mao. Then we have enemy Yasmine. So how did I get rid of enemy Yasmine? Thanks to Celeste. Check this out. So we just try to kill Martha, not to let her heal. Then we get special stats. Enemy Yasmine tries to kill mine, and that's a serious mistake. Here we go. So actually I finished that, and then we had a dilemma. So where should we go next? Obviously we had several more serious opponents, and that's what I want to show you now. So I fought against Ruslan. As you can see, the amount of power is 100,000 more. So he's stronger than me. And I won. So check this out, the stats. So the only thing which actually was probably not into his favor is Sebastian, because he referred to debuffs, and actually I didn't try to debuff him anyway. So probably Sebastian just was kind of support anti-Jorgen or something like that. Okay, so let me show you this fight, and probably you'll understand that Qing Mao plus Yasmine can do crazy things if they are strong enough. So first of all, nothing special happens, and then here we go. So check this out. I don't have armor penetration, so the damage is weak, but Albus is at my Yasmine, and that's why so nice amount of pure damage happens here. So her poison becomes more effective. I told you about a special training for Yasmine, so no super crit potential, but still that's enough to start poisoning, that's enough to start dealing damage. And now you will show that you are a real nice tandem, right? So check this out. Here we have Yasmine dancing. And now we will get Qing Mao. Compare the damage. So as you can see, when she got armor penetration, the amount of damage was much more. And as a result, no more Sebastian. Second life of Kark goes down. And Kark can't do anything for several seconds when Yasmine starts hitting him. That's why no more Kark and no more this team. Obviously, if he played not Sebastian but Faceless or Kai, then I would have some trouble with this team because lifted units would die. And anyway, as you can see, I did not lose anybody. And the third fight I would like to show you is Dmitry against Pierre, so actually not a fair fight one more time. That was a Kark pack 2, so as you can see a super Kark pack. The composition was actually the same, but you see that Mara is here, so more stuns, and instead of Axel we have Fenris here to blind the opponent. So let's check the fights and let's check how Dmitry managed to win this with 2 tries. Okay, so as you can see, he has Yasmine, but the damage, although it's improved, so nice poison, no doubt. He tries to kill enemy asteroids with the entire team. And actually he managed to do that, but then goes terrible thing. So Kark ults and half of this team is dead. Fortunately, he managed to remove Asteros, and as a result, no more resurrection, but Kark just destroys the entire team. So that's what happened for the first time. Then when Kark was not protected with Asteros, so no more resurrection, let's see what happened next. He tries to ult again, then Yasmine stops him and kills. And then this team is just dead. So that's the option which Demon plays. He also rise his Yasmine, he also plays healers against enemy Yasmine teams. He did not have super anti-party here, but still that was enough to finish the opponent. Others were just taken with quantity, I will not make secret, so we had several hard fights. That was not super effective, but I tried to compare a team which does not refer to healers, does not refer to Isaac. So this team is nicely protected from both physical damage, thanks to Andvari and healers, and from magical damage because of Isaac. So as a result, I decided that to win this, I need pure damage. And pure damage team is exactly about Dirty Dozen, so he improved his Maya. He can clone with Faceless the necessary ability, so it's either Jorgen or Maya or Celeste. And then, as a result, you see that with several tries he did enough damage and we managed to finish Varus later on. Unfortunately, that was not as easy as I thought, because there wasn't Wari and another target, so Dragon managed to finish that stack. He plays a Kira team, so he's not afraid of healers anymore. And still healers was kind of effective here. So what I wanted to show you in general is that even a guild which is far from being strong enough for this guild war can destroy super strong teams of enemy with much more power just with a nice composition of heroes and a nice composition of targets. So I told you that I'll show what exactly happened at Guild War. So today is Sunday, the war is finished. So as you can see, I'm not the strongest hero keeper on my server, far from that, but I usually go top 100. Meanwhile, Alexander, who we played against, has top 1, and I guess that's for a really long time. If we check the Titan power, then we have here Alexander and Pierre, who probably maxed their Titans. So both you could see yesterday on the bridge, and that's exactly the thing which stopped us from going through. So we got some points from Pierre, but anyway we could not break both of them, that's why we stopped. Okay, so let me show you some defensive fights now about this guild war. So here it is, the final score against anti-COVID. As you see, they also had some problems with our champions. But of course, the amount of power, both heroes and titans, is much more than we have here. So let me show you some fights which they, I would say, failed to win. Obviously, most of the fights they did not take too serious because they could easily win. But sometimes you see that even with more power, it doesn't mean you exactly win. So here we have another example. As you can see, that's not my specially trained Yasmine, as I told you. That's just a Yasmine of my guild mate Dmitry, and he plays against healers teams. Moreover, Faceless was placed there by the guild master. So it's probably either he or the guild master wanted to test how Yasmine plays against healers with a lot of mages, so we see huge magical buffs for healers here. And check this out, so once again, the same thing which I showed you yesterday. So the damage was split, as a result it did not work, Yasmine is still alive, and healers is damaged. So yes, they are both damaged. Now you see that no crits here, no crits at all, that's why no special burns, that's why Yasmine feels okay. And as a result, yes, now crits started and she get burned, but still alive. Okay, so no more healers, Yasmine is still alive. We have some annoying stuff still here, no more Galahad. As you see, so he did not have resurrection, and the enemy had resurrection, but Celeste sometimes is available, and so Celeste can stop enemy Esteros from resurrection if the dark field is active. So this fight had to go much better for the opponent, but looks like he underestimated the enemy potential, underestimated Yasmine potential. Of course, Yasmine is stronger than healers, no doubt, so you would say that's not a good example, but check this out. So he had resurrection, he had buffs from other mages, and still that did not work. That's max possible buff here. And yes, even without armor penetration, Yasmine is still strong, but not as effective. So let's check the stats. Do you see that healers here was 96,000 and he had Axel patronage? Yes, that's not Merlin patronage, but probably that helped him to survive longer because Yasmine had to go through his armor, and you see that Dmitry does not have any instrument to go through armor, so Yasmine had hard tries. Yes, she has some crits, but no armor penetration. Kayn does not provide armor penetration, only dodge and attack. So yes, that still worked, and of course the enemy team did not expect that. Then we have another example with Vladimir. So Vladimir managed to survive 2 attacks in a row. He also is a hero of this fight because he managed to survive against a much stronger team. So what we have here is a super Yasmine, and obviously she could destroy the entire enemy team. Same nice Cornelius here, so against mages, obviously. And what could go wrong, you would say? So Vladimir does not have any special instruments to counter enemy Yasmine. But in general, he has slowdowns, he has Celeste to heal, and he has his own Yasmine. So what happens here? Let's check this out. Redirection of Jorgen results into hitting Marta, which is sometimes not the best option because she has great healing. Some split of damage on side of Vladimir. Enemy probably tried to use Albus, and that's what probably was a mistake, because if you have several super tanks here, then Albus will target them, and that works sometimes, yes, but not every time. So I would say that Axel is more effective here. You see that the enemy just can't go through Axel's split of damage. Meanwhile, Jorgen spoils the entire battle with his energy stop. And Yasmine is still alive. Albus tries hard to beat the Esteros, which is healed. And as a result, enemy Esteros falls. Okay, so now I can make it faster. I think that you got the main idea. So although the opponent had a super Yasmine, he did not have any kind of armor penetration. And that's why she was not able to go through double defenses from Esteros and from Martha. Probably that's not the only reason of loss here, but still you see that we have nice comparison. So enemy Yasmine was stronger, she had Fenris for some armor penetration, same for Vladimir. So that's only her armor penetration, and that was not enough. Here we go. So first successful defense from Vladimir. Let's check the second one. So here we go. That's a team with Keira, with a strong Orion. So Orion probably should counter this team, right? Because that's a magic damage, and we have double armor here and no magic defense here. So this team seems logical, but anyway, you see that something went definitely wrong. So what could go wrong? Probably Yasmine. One more time, Yasmine starts striking, then she deals enough damage to remove Keira. Even with silence, as you can see, she can't jump because that's her basic attack, that's physical damage. Some people told about silencing, so silencing does not work so greatly on Yasmine. And we have a situation where Yasmine removed all the damage dealers, kind of, and Asteros can get healing from Oliver, his pet. As a result, they just can't kill Asteros. So that's another example when Yasmine almost dead and hard to survive, still is able to deal with kind of counter. So Orion obviously has nice magic penetration, nice magic damage. He should kill Yasmine, but that did not work. And another successful defense from Vladimir. And the other fights I will not show you probably because they are just killing our team. So nothing special happened here. I swapped my Yasmine into Cornelius, and as you can see, when we face a team which does not have Yasmine, and that's a Kark pack in front of me, so I can do nothing with that. So Cornelius just dies. Yes. So that's why I'm forced to either suffer from normal physical teams who do not play healers, who play just a nice synergy teams. That's an assault team obviously, so almost zero healing except of obviously one character, Nebula. And yes, that was easy for my opponent. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this Guild War, and yes, that's too hard, I say impossible to win, but anyway, several informative battles are here, and you can't say that the opponent was weaker or something like that. So now the opponent was stronger. And probably that's what I wanted to show you. So even if you have a nice healer, so this healer has Axel's patronage, yes, not Merlin still, and Yasmine is much stronger than mine, so she survived here. Yeah. Okay, so thanks for watching, see you in my next videos, and good luck to you.